You guys, welcome. Come on in. Welcome. Hello. Welcome, you guys. Come right on in. Hello. Hi, Afro. Hi, Justice. Good afternoon, you guys. Hello, YouTube family. Welcome. Hello. Come on in. Grab a seat. Hi, Anita. Come on in, you guys. Let's go ahead and talk about it. If you have been trying to figure out this whole content creation and digital products thing, you came to the right place. Your content should be making you money, and if it's not, that's because you are doing it wrong. You are doing it all the way wrong, but no worries. Hello. If you are not making money while you're asleep, that is because you are doing it wrong, but no worries. I'm going to teach you how to get it done right. And I want you to understand this. You only need one product, one good digital product to replace your entire paycheck. You don't need 50, you don't need 100, shit, you don't even need 10. You just need one. Now, what you do with that product is a totally different story, and we're going to get into it. Meaning, how do you promote it? How do you talk about it? How do you connect with your audience to sell it? That's a totally different story. But you only need one. You only need one. Hello. So I'm going to teach you all about it. And one last thing I want you guys to remember, so you never forget, is fear will keep you from living the life of your dreams. Fear will keep you from starting the business. Fear will keep you from launching the product. Fear will keep you from posting the post. Fear will keep you from going live, and fear will keep you from building your community. We have got to let go of the fear. Now, you may never completely let it go. I'm always be real. You may never 100% completely let it go, but you will learn how to move despite the fear. You will learn how to sell despite being afraid. You will learn how to launch without worrying about what people think. And you will learn how to build your audience without worrying if people like you. Good afternoon, beautiful people. My name is Jasmine. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Make sure y'all follow me. You guys, I do not do crypto. I do not do Bitcoin. Please do not get finessed, hoodwinked, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all. So I'm going to be answering some of your most common questions. Hello, welcome, good afternoon. So make sure you pull up a chair, grab some pen and paper, and let's talk about these digital products. Let's talk about how we're going to turn our cell phones, the device that we have glued to our hips 24/7. For most of you guys, you look at your phone before you even brush your teeth. For most of you guys, you look at your phone before you even get the eye boogers out your eye. What if we turn that device into a money-making machine? Thank you so much for the follow. What if we turn the device that we have attached to us all day long into something that makes us money while we're asleep? What if you could finally build that savings account? What if you could finally stop living paycheck to paycheck? What if you could finally quit that job you've been wanting to quit? What if you could do an extra $5,000 a month? What if you could finally live the life of your dreams, wake up every single day doing the things that you've always wanted to do, and make money in the process? Now, how do I know that's even possible? How do I know that? Because that's what I do. I am literally living my dream life. I'm in my dream apartment, driving my dream car, doing all the things I never thought were possible for me. Making six figures every single year, all from my freaking phone. And I am here to tell you, if I can do this, then you can do it too. The problem is, for a lot of y'all, most of y'all, you refuse to let go of the fear. You refuse to stop procrastinating, and you refuse to let go of the excuses. You refuse. Anthony said, what if I could make 7 figures? That'd be amazing, Anthony. And you know what? You can do that. You can do that. I know you can do it. But the question is, Will you? Anita said, I believe. Yes, good. Believe. You can do it, Anita. You guys can do it. But the question is, will you? Not that you're not capable. We're all capable. But the question is, will you put one foot in front of the other and get started? I love it. Of course you could do 8 figures. Of course you could do 8 figures. Of course. There's not a doubt in my mind. There is not a doubt in my mind. Also, you guys, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys double tap the screen. YouTube, let's get some thumbs up in the building. Double tap, share the live, comment. The more we interact with this live, the more the algorithm will push this live to more people so that more people can learn how to get into this digital product space too. Fair enough? Woo, woo, woo. Very good, very good. Thank you, thank you. Now the very first question I see all the time is, what's the best first product for someone to sell with 0 followers? What is the first best product to sell for someone with 0 followers? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about it. And for those of y'all who are new here, my name is Jasmine. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Hey, girl, hey. Make sure y'all follow me. I do not do Bitcoin. I don't do crypto. I teach you how to turn your content into cash, okay? No crypto, no Bitcoin over here. Very good. So what is the very first product someone should sell with 0 followers? Well, first and foremost, what I want you to understand is you do not need a large following to make a lot of money. You just need the right following. Hello, Jazz. You're stepping into that gym today. Very good. I love it. I love it. Putting one foot in front of the other and doing the things that you promised yourself. That's what it's all about. That is exactly what it's all about. You do not need a large following to make a lot of money. You just need the right following. Now, what kind of digital product should you create? What I want you to ask yourself is, what do you have skills in? What do you have experience with? What do you have knowledge about? What do you have a passion for? What kind of journey have you been on these past few years, these past 6 months? What have you been working towards? What have you accomplished? Listen, you can make a lot of money in any niche. The problem is a lot of people think that they have to be doing something that's trending in order to make a lot of money. No, ma'am, no, sir. You are 1010% wrong. The goal, the objective is to show up every single day, being consistent. I know you hear that word thrown around all the time, yet so many of you guys do not do it. Consistency is what makes money. And the only way to truly be consistent with something is to choose something that you actually like to do. It is so much easier to show up every day, excited every day, if you are doing something that you actually like. So what I want you to do is think about, what do you like to do? What do you have skills in? What do you have a passion for? What do you have knowledge about? Maybe you're on a weight loss journey. And I say that because that was the first product I created. That was the first digital product I created. I was on a weight loss journey. I lost over 100 pounds. And when I started all of this, I started with 0 YouTube subscribers. Zero. That YouTube channel is now at 17,000 subscribers. We just reached 17,000 last week, but it was at 0. And what I decided to do was document my weight loss journey, okay? I was making videos, showing up every day, talking about the foods I was eating, the exercises I was doing, and the mental health shift I was going through in order to believe that I could lose 100 pounds. And in the process of that, I made an ebook called How I'm Losing Weight. And every single day, I shared with people what I was doing and how my digital product would help them. And I started to make sales because I was doing something that I was actually doing. The problem is, a lot of you guys like to talk about stuff you know nothing about. And it feels awkward because you know nothing about it. Why do that? Why do we want to do things that are hard? I'm all about making things easy. I want life to be easy. I don't want to be looking like a struggle. Okay? So what I'm going to always encourage you to do is do what you know. Just do what you know. Maybe you bought a house. Maybe you bought your first house. Do you know how many people don't know how to buy a house? Do you know how many people think they are not qualified to buy a house? You could make a whole digital product teaching people how to buy a house. And you could show up every single day motivating people and inspiring people and teaching people the steps to buying their first house. You could have a whole ebook on it. Hello. You do not need a PhD in anything to sell a digital product. You just need to know a little bit more than the next person. That's it. That's it. Are we clear? If we are clear, go ahead and put Crystal in the chat. If we are clear, go ahead and put Crystal in the chat. Maybe you know a thing or two about credit. You could teach people about credit. Maybe you know how to get people approved for a car. You could teach people about that. It doesn't matter. But what I need you to understand is whatever it is that you choose to do, you need to be consistent. Hello, you need to be consistent. Imagine a world where you get up every single day doing what you love. Not what you have to do, but what you love and getting paid for it in the process. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? How do I know? Because I do it every single day. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, what I want to do, TikTok family, is invite you to my 12-week mentorship program. It is open. I have marked it down while we're live. Once the live is over, I will be taking the price back up. YouTube, you guys just have to go to my channel and click on stand.store and it'll take you right there. TikTok, you have to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Once you click on it, you'll be brought to my profile. Make sure you guys, it's not real. Once you guys click on it, click on my Linktree link right here in my bio, and then you're gonna click on my Linktree again, okay? You're gonna click on the second button that says Content Creation and Digital Products Mentorship right here. 12-week mentorship program. I am with you every single step of the way. Oh, I didn't mark it down. Let me mark it down. I am with you every single step of the way. I am teaching you everything that you need to be successful online. I am with you, helping you build your confidence, helping you create your digital product, and helping you create the content to attract an audience who wants what you're selling. By the time you are done with me, you will have a digital product, you will be growing your audience, and you will be making sales. But the question is, do you want to? Clock it. Clock it. Do you want to? That's the question. Can you? Yes. But will you? Will you? I'm gonna log in real quick and change the price. I forgot to change the price. So I'm gonna take $100 off of it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take $100 off while we're live. Once the live is over, I will be taking the price back up, you guys. So go ahead and lock in. It is only $397 with live weekly coaching calls. My students are doing amazing things. Okay, the price has been changed. My students are doing amazing things. They're doing all the things they never thought they could do. Malik said, yes, I do want to. Very good. That's the energy I love to hear on a Sunday afternoon. That's the energy I love to hear on a Sunday afternoon. Not only do we meet every single week, I'm going to be sitting down with you one-on-one, and we're going to be going over a game plan, a strategy specific for you, your goals, your vision, your dream, your product, and your content, okay? My students are doing amazing things. One of my students, she did $11K in 1 month for the month of April. She did not think she'd be able to make money online. She did $11K, and the best part about it is one of her goals was to be able to take her son out of daycare. That's all she wanted to do. She wanted to take her son out of daycare and be able to watch her son full time. That was her goal, and she is living that goal today. Another one of my students, she launched her eBook within 48 hours and had 12 sales. She never thought she would be able to, sorry. Sorry. She never thought she would be able to, I forgot to turn on my brand thing. There we go. Okay. She never thought she would be able to do that, and she is doing it. She is doing it. Some of my students, they never thought they would have the confidence to go live. They go live, they make sales on TikTok, YouTube. They're doing all the things they never thought they'd be able to do. Lots of reviews here from my students. One of my students, she launched her digital product and made 19 sales. Yes. So when I tell you your digital product will be launched, you will be growing your platforms, you will be showing up for your audience, you will be creating the content, and you will be making the money. The question is, do you want to? Clock it, okay? Lots of amazing reviews. I have over 200 students. Scroll down to the bottom. You're going to enter your name and quadruple check your email address, you guys. Hello. Quadruple check your email address, because what you put in is where it's going. I'm going to say that again. What you put in is where it's going. So please quadruple check that. Check this box. I understand and agree to terms of service. Use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up. That's it. And then hit enroll. Once you hit enroll, give it about 30 to 45 seconds. Refresh your email, and then come back to this live and let me know you received your email. When you do get your email, I want you to save that, because that email has a long list of links for all of our live classes, okay? I want you to guard that email with your life, so at the day and time of the class, all you have to do is click on it and it will take you right there, okay? It'll take you right there. Very good, very good, very good. Next question. So do y'all have any questions on that? Moving forward, let's go. Next question, and I hope y'all are writing this stuff down. I hope you are writing this stuff down. You will go from confused to confident. Lock in, okay? Next question, let's talk about it. Do you need to be an expert in order to sell your digital product? Do you need to be an expert in order to sell your digital product? No, you do not. You just need to know a little bit more than the average person. If you lost 10 pounds, you know a little bit more than the average person. You know how many people don't know how to lose weight? You know how many people don't know how to lose weight? Yes, you can use Klarna. Absolutely, Malik. Absolutely. You guys, you can use Klarna or Afterpay. Absolutely. Do you know how many people do not know how to lose weight? And you lost 10 pounds. You better be teaching people how to put the food down, put the fork down, and get in the gym. Stop second guessing yourself. You do not have to be an expert, not at all. What you need to do is be consistent. I'm gonna say that again. You do not need to be an expert. You just need to be consistent. You just need to be consistent. Are we clear on that? Okay, very good. Next question. Can I make money without showing my face? Let's talk about it. Can I make money without showing my face? Let's talk about it. Yes, a lot of my students are faceless creators. One thing I want you guys to understand is this. People buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Write that down, put it in your notes. People buy from people that they like, know, and trust. That's it. As long as you know how to connect with people, whether you show your face or not, as long as you know how to be relatable and be authentic, then you can sell your products. But the question is, will you be consistent? People do not need to see your face in order for you to be relatable. People do not need to see your face in order for you to be authentic. I want you to understand that people buy from people. They're not trying to be sold to. You need to connect with your audience. And not only that, you need to make sure that when you are creating content, you are attracting an audience who actually wants what you sell. This is why we must be intentional as hell with the type of content we create. A lot of my students didn't even have 200 Instagram followers. I cannot make this up. Y'all just heard me say when I started my YouTube channel on weight loss and fitness, I had 0 subscribers. 0. So how was I able to make sales with 0 subscribers? Well, I showed up every day. I was intentional with the type of content I was creating. I made sure to speak to a specific person. I was trying to help people who have been overweight their entire life. Okay, so I made sure to cater my content around helping her, right? I showed up every day, and every single day I talked about my product and how it was helping me. I talked about the meals I was eating, the exercises I was doing, and you can do all of those things and be faceless. You do not have to show your face to make money online. The reason why you might be trying to be faceless and you're not making money online is because you're not consistent, you're not being relatable, you're not being authentic, and you're not targeting people's pain points. Hello. Good afternoon. You came to the right place. And for those of y'all who just joined us, my name is Jasmine. Make sure y'all follow me so you do not lose me, you guys. I am the gift that keeps on giving. I am the gift that keeps on giving. I am the gift that keeps on giving. Also, you guys, I do not do crypto. I do not do Bitcoin. Please do not get hoodwinked, bamboozled, or finessed on these TikTok streets. Don't do it, don't do it, and don't do it. All right. Also, you guys, my mentorship is open. I've taken $100 off while we're live. Once the live is over, I will be taking the price back up to $497. It is $397 right now, okay? Go from confused to confidence. Go from no digital product to a product. Go from 0 followers to followers. Go from never showing up and making excuses to finally being consistent. Go from no sales to sales. The question is, will you do it? Will you do it? I have helped over 200 people change their life. My question for you is, do you want to change yours? Hello. Do you want to change yours? Do you want to change yours? We're going to sit down and map out a plan specifically for you, and you are going to join me every single week live while we talk about the same strategies and tools I use to build my business. I make 6 figures every single year, all from this device right here. If I can do it, you can do it too. Now the question is, will you? Will you do it? I don't know. We'll see. Next question. How do I stop being so afraid to post? Let's talk about it. How do I stop being so afraid to post? Okay, first of all, we've all experienced this. We have all experienced this. I have experienced this. My students have experienced this. You are experiencing this right now. Let me go ahead and drop some knowledge, some tea on you real quick. First and foremost, I don't think there will ever be a moment in your life where you don't have fear. So fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Fear stands for fuck everything and run. I don't think there will ever be a moment in your life where you don't have some type of fear, especially when you're doing something new. But what you will do is move despite the fear, okay? Just because you have fear in your mind does not mean that you cannot still post. She said that part, yes. Just because you have fear does not mean that you can't launch your product. Just because you have fear does not mean you can't grow your audience. And just because you have fear does not mean you can't go live. It's about doing the thing despite the fear that you are experiencing. But the only reason why you're experiencing fear in the first place is because you don't have confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Why do you not believe in yourself? I'm about to tell you. Write it down, write it down. The reason why you struggle with confidence is because you never keep the promises you make to yourself. I'm going to say that again. The reason why you struggle with confidence is because you never keep the promises you make to yourself. Good afternoon. Every single time it's time to do something for that business, you make an excuse. I's too tired. She said that part, yes. I's too tired. I don't feel like it. I'm stressed. I don't want to today. Maybe tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to start. Next Monday, I'm going to start on the 1st. And every single time you say next week, next Monday, on the 1st, whatever it is for you, you still never do it. You have been talking about that damn digital product for months. You done told all your friends, you told your boyfriend, you told your family. They're just trying to figure out when are you actually going to do it. You have been talking about this YouTube channel you was going to create for months. Where is it? You have been talking about building this audience for a year. Where are they? What are we doing? What are we doing? Wasting our time. Listen to me. Time is of the essence. I don't know if you know this, but we are not getting any younger. You are only getting older. You will never be this age again. At this minute, you will never be this age again. And for some odd reason, you choose to continue to waste your time. Imagine another year going by and you are in the same exact spot that you have been in this entire time. Another year of regret. Another year of shoulda, woulda, couldas. Another year of what ifs. and another year older, and another year living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula, being overworked and underpaid at a job that you hate. That's really how you trying to live the rest of 2025. It is June. It is June. And you know what the most unfortunate part about all of this is? It's a choice that you choose to make every single day. It's not that you're not capable. I believe we're all capable of doing amazing things. There's enough space online for everybody to thrive. But the problem is you refuse to hold yourself accountable, and you refuse to have someone hold you accountable. You don't like that. You love being able to tell yourself what you want to do, but when you feel like changing your mind, you do it and you don't have to say anything to anyone. That's how you've been living your life. But the minute you're held accountable is actually the minute when you start to make progress. See, the whole purpose of a mentor is to teach you what you don't know and to hold your ass accountable. Because when you come over to this side of TikTok, if you tell me you're going to have your digital product completed for me to review by Friday, best believe I expect to see that digital product for me to review by Friday. How do you know I like that? Listen, I already know. If you told me you were going to launch that YouTube channel and you were going to post one long form video a week, you best believe I'm going to be on the YouTube channel looking for the video. That's called being held accountable. But that part scares you because that means you actually have to put one foot in front of the other. But you know what happens when you actually put one foot in front of the other? You want to know what really happens? You actually get closer to your dreams. You actually get closer to the business. You actually get closer to the money that you are meant to make. You actually get closer to happiness and freedom. And that scares you. I don't know about you, but when I was living paycheck to paycheck, working a job that I hated, I was miserable, and so was everyone else around me. You spend more time with your coworkers than anyone else, and there's 9 times out of 10 likelihood y'all all hate y'all's job. And y'all probably all hate each other. Hello. And that's the energy you're around every single day. Imagine a life where you don't have to be around people you don't like. Imagine a life where you get paid to do what you love to do. Imagine a life where you get to show up and be yourself. You don't have to play the whole politics game and pretend to be someone you're not while you're on the job. You get to be the real, authentic you and get paid in the process. Hello. But you know what that's going to require you to have to do to get to that point? Get out of your comfort zone and be held accountable and actually do the things that you told yourself you were going to do so you can finally reach the dreams that you've been talking about reaching for years. Are you ready for that? Let's go from confused to confident. Let's go from no digital product to launching. Let's go from 0 followers to followers. Let's go from no platforms to multiple platforms. Let's go from no sales to sales. How does that sound? If that sounds like something you're ready to do, you are tired of playing small, you are tired of struggling, you are tired of not being held accountable, then it is time for you to enroll in the mentorship. It is open. I have marked it down. It is marked down. Let's go. TikTok family. Well, let me start with my YouTube family. YouTube family. You guys have to go to my YouTube channel. So you have to leave the live and go to my channel. Once you get to my channel, you're going to click right here where it says stand.store. And it's going to take you right there. TikTok family. You guys have to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Okay? Once you get there, let me show you. Sorry, I got all these devices, y'all. Bear with me. Once you get there, you guys are going to click on my link tree right here at the top. Okay? And you're going to click on it again right here. Once you click on my link tree, you're going to go right here to the second link where it says Content Creation Digital Products 12-Week Mentorship Program. Right there. Okay? And you'll be brought to the screen. We meet every single week. We meet every single week. You get support every single week along with every single day. I expect you asking me questions. I expect you ready for feedback. I expect you ready for me to help you. And I expect for you to be ready to be held accountable. Okay? But it does not stop there. We're going to sit down, me and you, and come up with a game plan and a strategy just for you so you can be successful on these online streets. You can stop guessing and start being sure. You can start showing up with confidence. You can finally launch that product you've been talking about launching, ain't launched it yet. On top of that, you will be doing the things that you love to do, the things you never thought that you were capable of, proving yourself wrong every single day. Every single day. You guys are going to come here and you're going to scroll through. I have lots of reviews. I have over 200 students and they're doing amazing things. They're launching their ebooks. They're making sales. They're showing up every day. They're building their platforms. They're building confidence and they're building their bank account. You're going to come all the way down. Enter your name and quadruple check your email. I cannot stress this enough. The email address you put in, you guys, is where it's going. The email address you put in is where it's going, so please quadruple check that. Make sure you check the box, I understand and agree to terms of service. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then you'll hit enroll. Once you hit enroll, give it about 30 to 45 seconds, refresh your email, then come back to this live and say, yes, you got it, or no, you did not. If you did not get your email, that's because you misspelled something up here, but that's okay. I'll take care of it right here on live. When you do get your email, please, please, please save that email with your life because it has the link to all of our live classes, okay? So all you got to do at the day and time is click on the link and it'll take you right to where you need to be, okay? You're also going to be able to watch the replays a million gazillion times, all right? So that's how we build our confidence. That's how we build our confidence so we can show up. Do y'all have any questions for me so far? Also, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. The more we engage, the more we like, comment, and share, the more this live will be shown to more people, okay? So if I'm saying anything, YouTube family, let's get some likes in the live. Let's get some thumbs up. Let's get some thumbs up. Now, next question. What if I have no idea what kind of product to create? What if I have no idea what kind of product to create? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. First of all, that's impossible. There's 1,000,010 ideas in your head. You just have them fogged with all the stress that you live in your life. We are all very creative people. We're all very creative. The problem is when you have stress and you have you're overwhelmed, you're living in anxiety, you're living in fear, you slowly start to forget how creative you are to the point where you believe you're not creative. You're very creative. You have a lot of ideas. The question is, which idea do you want to start with? The question is, which idea do you want to start with? You know, every single time I sit down with one of my students, they have a long list of ideas. These are the same people who thought they couldn't think of an idea. They have a long list of ideas. The problem is they feel like they're stupid ideas, or they allow someone else to tell them it's stupid. Nothing is stupid. You have a lot of amazing ideas. Which one do you want to start with? That's the question. Now, the one I'm going to encourage you to start with is the one that you have the most passion for. Which idea makes you the most excited? Which idea could you see yourself doing every single day? Which idea could you talk to people about all day long if you had to? Which idea would it be? That's the idea I want you to start with. That one, whatever it is. And I don't care how far-fetched you think it is or how far-fetched other people around you are telling you it is. There's nothing far-fetched about you. That is the idea that you should start with. And you will turn that idea into an ebook. Anita said, I agree. Yes, you will turn that idea into an ebook. And you will make that ebook one time. And you will resell that ebook over and over and over again. You will show up online, whether you're faceless or front and center. You will talk to your audience about how that ebook will transform their life. Okay? You will be confident in the process. And you will love what you do while making money, all at the same time. I can't make this up. So maybe you love to cook. Well, guess what? That should be your ebook. Maybe you love interior design. Well, guess what? That should be your ebook. Maybe you love to work out. Great. So then that should be your ebook. Whatever it is, you will show up. You will show up and you will be consistent. Do I make myself clear? Very good, class. Very good. Next question. Do y'all have any questions on that before we move forward? Any questions on that before we move forward? Don't be shy, you guys. Closed mouths do not get fed. Closed mouths do not get fed. Next question. Do I have to be super tech savvy to launch a digital product? Do I have to be super tech savvy to launch a digital product? No. Thank you, Trey. Thank you. You just have to know how to operate your phone, basically. And you know how to do that. You know how I know? Because you were able to operate it well enough to click on the app of your choice and arrive on this live. So you know how to use your phone. You know how to make a phone call and you know how to send a text. Then you will use that same phone to run up a check online. I have plenty of students who were trying to convince themselves that they were too old to make money online. One of my students is 57 years old and she launched her digital product and 3 weeks later hit 1K. And she was telling herself she was too old. I cannot make this up. You are not too old for nothing. Until you die, you are never too old. You are right on time. So you do not have to be tech savvy because the apps that I give you, ChatGPT and Canva, are very basic apps. You do not need a PhD in Photoshop or any of the things to use Canva. And as long as you know how to text, which you do, then you will use ChatGPT just fine. And I'm going to give you the strategies to make sure that you make this money. But the question is, are you going to actually do the things that I tell you to do? Are you truly prepared to be held accountable? Are you really ready to go from confused to confident? From no digital product to launching? From 0 followers to followers? Are you really ready for that? Because we all love to talk, but who's actually going to walk the walk? Who's actually going to put one foot in front of the other and start walking towards change? Listen, you may never let go of the fear. You may always have a piece of you that still lives in fear. But what you will do is move despite of the fear. You will post despite how worried you are if people talk about you. You will launch despite how afraid you are that it's not perfect. You will still move regardless of the fear. That is what I am telling you you're going to do. Because every single day that you spend living in fear is holding you back from the version of you that wants this business. Thank you for the follow. The version of you that wants to show up and teach people what you know. Teach people and help people and motivate people. Do you know how many people are waiting for you? Do you know how many people are waiting to hear what you have to say? Do you know how many people are living the things that you overcame, that you are ready to teach people how to overcome? They are waiting for you. But you know what you're doing? Being stuck in your head, second guessing, overanalyzing, self-doubting, living in fear, and procrastinating. Do you know how many comments I get on my videos from people saying they're so glad that they heard this? Yes, Jeraine, because it's true. You know how many people comment or DM telling me that they needed, sorry about that. They needed to hear what I had to say. They needed that message. And you're holding on to a gold mine of information that you think isn't enough. Oh, everyone knows that. I'm not teaching anyone something different. That's not true. Just because that's what you know does not mean that's what other people know. I know how to sell. I would be a fool to assume that everyone else knows how. She said, I want to learn how to teach others I love. Yes, yes. I know how to lift weights. I would be a fool to think that someone else knows too. Stop assuming that. Everybody does not know what you know. I don't care how small you think it is. Everybody does not know what you know. So this is your opportunity to teach people, to help people. But how are you going to do that if you don't get out your head? How are you going to do that when you don't post? How are you going to do that when you don't talk about your product? How are you going to do that if you don't hold yourself accountable? You will continue to allow day after day go by with no progress. And it will be May of 2026, and you will still be in the same exact spot you're in because you refuse to put one foot in front of the other, because you refuse to let go of the fear. Well, stop walking alone. Stop being by yourself. That's a choice. You don't have to be by yourself. I am here for you every single step of the way, but the question is, are you going to meet me halfway? Are you going to meet me halfway? Because I can't push you through the door and I can't pull you, but I can be right here when you walk through, cheering for you every single step of the way, holding you accountable, reminding you of how amazing you are. Oh, when was the last time you even told yourself you were amazing? I'll wait. When was the last time you told yourself, I can do it? Okay. Well, you can do it. You are amazing. Now, let's go. People are waiting for you. But until you get out of your head, they will never get the opportunity to hear what you have to say. And you will never get the opportunity to build the business that you've been dreaming of, making the content that you've been manifesting, and earning the income doing what you love to do, not what you have to do, but what you love to do. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay? Very good. So I hope that answers that question. You guys, if you have questions, please feel free to ask, okay? Closed mouths do not get fed. For the umpteenth time, closed mouths do not get fed, and my mentorship is open. Let's go. Let's go from confused to confident. You do not have to play small. You do not have to guess on yourself every day. Walk into your content with reassurance. Walk into a system of support. Walk into an environment of encouragement. My WhatsApp community is full of nothing but support, love, motivation, inspiration, and positive ass energy. Some of y'all never get the opportunity to be around positive energy because everyone around you is so damn negative. What's not gonna work? The world is coming to an end. We're all gonna die. We all broke. The economy sucks. Nothing but negative ass energy all day long. Could you imagine being around other people who are supportive, who clap for you when you do something great, when you reach a new goal? Shit, the goal could be something as simple as not hitting snooze on your alarm. Could you imagine an environment like that? Could you imagine having someone teach you who also believes in you, who holds you accountable for the first time in your life? If you tell me that you're going to launch a digital product come Tuesday morning, I may expect that digital product to be launched on Tuesday morning. If you tell me you're going to create the YouTube channel, I'm going to expect you to hold your end of the bargain so I can subscribe. If you tell me you're going to post the video, I'm going to expect you to share it to me so that I can comment and like it. If you tell me you're going to finish your product, I expect you to send it to me so I can give you feedback so we can make it even better together. She said, yes, Queen. Yes, Carissa, absolutely. You do not have to walk this journey alone. This is a choice. This is a choice. My mentorship is open. Let's go, okay? I have taken $100 off while we're live. Once the live is over, I will be taking the price back up. It is $397 right now. I normally sell it for $497, and I do sell it. I have over 200 students, and they are all doing a lot of things they never thought they were capable of. That just shows you the power of community. That shows you the power of being around people who uplift you. That's what shows you the power of learning how to actually get things done. The strategic way, the smart way, the most efficient way. On top of that, having fun in the process. Imagine a life where you post content and you don't second guess it. You're not editing it for 10 hours because you want it to be perfect. You're confident enough to show up who you are as your authentic self unapologetically. Imagine being able to talk to people on live and not worrying about what people have to say or who's laughing at you. Y'all just saw me slob out my mouth. And I still proceeded. I didn't, oh my God. I said, excuse me, and kept on talking. Did I or did I not? Imagine that type of confidence. Well, how do you get that? Through action. By showing up every single day, despite how you feel, despite the fear, you just show up. That's how. That's how. And all of the strategies that I teach you in the mentorship are the same exact strategies I use to make 6 figures every single year. My students are doing amazing things. They are way beyond the beliefs they placed on themselves. I can't even make this up. When I sit down and talk to my students, you guys, some of the things that they say, one of my students said she wanted to be faceless because she thought she wasn't pretty enough to be on camera. That's what she told herself. That's what she was convincing herself. She said she wants to be faceless only because she doesn't think she's pretty enough to show up online. That's what she said. Guess what? She has a full-fledged YouTube channel showing her face, smiling, really giving people that amazing energy. She was too afraid because she thought she was not pretty. That's what she said. That's what she said. And we got rid of that energy quick. And now she is posting on YouTube every day. She posts a new video every single day. She is growing her channel every day, and she is no longer afraid to show her face. Yes. And you know why she thought she wasn't pretty enough? She said, because she thought she was too overweight. I said, do you know how many women want to be content creators but are thinking the same exact thing as you? You could be the reason they start their channel because they see you being confident, losing weight, building your confidence. You guys are sleeping on how many people you could be helping because you won't get out of your damn head. What are we doing? And I'm like, who told you that? No one even told her that. That was just something she put in her head. And now look at her. She's losing weight. She's showing up. She's showing herself. She's even showing her before and afters. Belly and all. Because she understands how many people she's helping. She is really changing lives out here. And a few months ago, she was too afraid to start. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is transformation. This is why I do what I do. Because every single student I have, I see myself in them. I used to be extremely overweight too, and I thought the same thing. But I still showed up. Despite being fearful, despite worrying about what people were going to say, I still showed up. I still showed up. And I took the world with me on my weight loss journey of losing 100 pounds. Imagine if I never even started. If I continued to allow the fear to keep me from posting. I wouldn't even be here right now today. I'd still be living that miserable ass job, being at that miserable ass job, being miserable as hell. I wouldn't even be able to tell you guys how to get started today because I would have never started. I would have never even started. I would have never built the confidence to even be on this live right now telling y'all my story and how I help other people. I would still be at that job talking about some shoulda, woulda, coulda. Ifs and whatabouts. Yes, absolutely. My students are doing amazing things, you guys. They're showing up unapologetically, being themselves, making sales, growing their audience, all while doing the things that they love to do. This is what it's about. Getting out of that lack mentality, getting out of that fear, removing the limiting beliefs that we put on ourselves, and getting started. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. What you put in is where it's going. I cannot stress this enough. Please quadruple check that email address for me. Check the box, I understand and agree to terms of service. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. Click enroll. Let's sit down together. Let's create this game plan for you. Let's talk about what your goals are. Let's talk about what your interests are, what your content is, what your content ideas are, what your digital product ideas are. And let's actually come up with the plan that works for you. Maybe you have kids, maybe you're a single parent, fine. Let's come up with a plan for you so that you're not feeling overwhelmed, but you're still getting stuff done. And you're still building the confidence in the process. You're still showing up. You're committing to the time that you said. If you tell me you have 3 hours a week, then let's implement that. Let's execute that. If you tell me you have 5 hours a week, let's hold you accountable to that. If you say you can get your digital product done in 2 weeks, then let's hold your standard to that. If you say you can commit to going live once a week, let's commit to that. Let's commit to that. If you say you're going to post once a week, let's commit to that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And over time, we'll rev it up, but only when you're ready. But let's actually get started. Let's actually get started. Let's prove yourself wrong. How about that? Once you hit enroll, give it about 30 to 45 seconds and refresh your email, and then come back and let me know you got what you paid for, your emails, okay? When you do get your email, please save that email somewhere, like guard it with your life, because that email, you're gonna get 3, but that one email that has all the links, I need you to save that, because when it's the time and day of the meeting, you click on it and it takes you right to where you need to be, okay? Very good. And I still send the emails out with all the links, but just have that one, okay? All right, very good. Very good. Any questions for me on that? Any questions for me on that? Next question. So we talked about being tech savvy. You just have to be simply tech savvy, okay? Meaning you know how to open up the app. You know how to text. You're going to learn how to do a lot of things, okay? And I don't want you to think that your age has something to do with this, because it doesn't. I have a lot of students who are over the age of 50. And they are making sales, okay? So whether you're a baby boomer, a Gen Z, a millennial, it really doesn't matter. As long as you know how to use your phone, what you do, because you know how to text. You be texting them kids, telling them make sure they got all them chores done before you come home. You know how to text, so you know how to use ChatGPT. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that, all right? Next question. How do I stay motivated when no one is buying yet? This is a good one. How do I stay motivated when no one is buying yet? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about it. This is why I tell you guys to make sure you are choosing a niche and something that you actually love. Not something that's going to feel like a job, but something that you actually love. Something that's exciting for you to talk about all the time. Okay? For this very reason, it's extremely hard to stay consistent with something that you don't really like to do. That starts to feel like a job. And why would you want to go working 10, 12, 16-hour shifts and then get off work and then feel like you're working another 8? Why would you set yourself up for that? That sounds miserable. Okay? So we're not going to do that. Now, how do you stay motivated? I want you to think about the one person you're trying to help. The problem is we go into this trying to help everybody, right? You want to help everyone lose weight. Maybe that's your niche. You're trying to teach people how to lose weight. So your goal is to help everyone, right? But that's not what I want you to do. I want you to think about that one person you're trying to help. Maybe who you were 6 months ago. That one person. Maybe if you're doing weight loss content, you want to help that one woman who put on 20 pounds after having her baby and she wants to get her sexy back. Maybe that's the woman you're trying to help, right? So I want you to think about how you can show up to help her. She said, I am interested. Absolutely, Linda. Absolutely. Real quick, you guys, for those of y'all who are ready to lock in. TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're going to come to my link tree right here in my profile. You're going to click on that link, okay? And you're going to click on that top link again, link tree, okay? Once you click on that, you're going to click right here on the second link that says Content Creation Digital Products 12-Week Mentorship, the second button, okay? Once you click on that second button, oopsies, sorry, you will be brought to this screen. As you guys can see, it is marked down. It is $3.97 while we're live. Once the live is over, I'll be taking it back up to $4.97, okay? So it's 12 weeks of going from confused to confident. No sales to sales. No digital product to a product. No platforms to multiple platforms, okay? I always teach my students we're gonna build 3. We're always gonna work on building 3. And I'm gonna be with you every single step of the way, okay? I have lots of reviews from my students. They're all doing amazing things that make me so proud. I have over 200 students. You and I are also going to sit down and have a one-on-one. We're going to talk about what you're struggling with. We're going to come up with a game plan specifically for you. I want to hear your ideas. I want to know what kind of content you're interested in. Even if you don't really know what your niche is yet, I still want to know your interests so we can figure it out together. I'm with you every single step of the way, okay? You're going to come down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then check I understand and agree to terms of service, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then you'll click enroll. Give it about 30 to 45 seconds, refresh your email, and then come back and let me know you got your emails, okay? Very good, very good. Okay, so when it comes to staying motivated, why thank you. I want you guys to focus on helping that one person. Whoever that is, that could be the version of you from 6 months ago. I don't know. But I want you to focus on helping that one person. What does she need to hear today? What kind of content should I make for her that's going to help her shift her mindset in whatever your niche is? When you play it like that, it is so much easier to stay motivated. Thank you, because you know that there is someone who needs to hear what you have to say in whatever the niche is, And when you show up, I always teach my students to post every day. I did not say you have to create every day. There's a big difference. And I teach you how to repurpose and I teach you how to batch record. But I do need you posting every day. Now, when you post every day, you will get the sales. But we have to be intentional with the type of content we create. We have to be intentional. I do not want you to be teaching people how to lose weight, but then you're posting pictures of your dogs. That is not how that works. You do not need a large following, but you do need the right following. You need the right following. Absolutely. Yes, you do. And this is why we have to be intentional with the type of content we create. Okay? But as long as you remember who you're helping, you will stay motivated because you chose something that is true to your heart, true to your spirit, something that you really know a lot about, or even more than most people. Okay? And you're going to be able to show up. Okay? Remember, nothing will happen if you are not consistent. And that is the easiest way to be consistent. The easiest way to be consistent is by choosing something that you actually like and something that you actually know about. If I tried to teach y'all how to do trigonometry, I bet you I'd give up in 1 hour because I don't know SHIT about it. I have no passion for it at all, and that will feel like a job. And I will be second guessing myself the entire time because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But when you choose something that you know something about, that you actually like, something that makes you excited to talk about, it's so much easier to show up. So much easier. Okay? All right. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Next question. How do we balance content creation and actually selling your offer? How do we balance content creation and actually selling your offer? Okay. So what I teach my students is this. If you have, some of my students already have an audience. Most of them don't, but some of them already had an audience. If you do not have an audience and you do not have a digital product, I want us to work on our digital product first. I want that to be completed before we even start the content. Because the type of content we create is going to be around what the digital product is about. Okay? So once you have your digital product created, I've given you the feedback, we've made the changes, you have it uploaded to your site. It's ready to be sold. Now all we have to do is focus on content. That's it. I think things are a lot more harder when you're focusing on multiple things at once. Money flows where energy goes. I say this all the time. Money flows where energy goes. Okay? So let's put all of our energy into the digital product first. Let's get it done. Now it's done. You don't have to think about it no more. You just concentrate on your content. That's it. When you're trying to do two things at once, something always slips. Ain't that how life always goes? When you concentrate on too many things at once, something gets left behind. Let's not set ourselves up for that, okay? Now that the digital product is done, now all you have to do is create your content. Thank you. Just create your content and you're talking about it all the time. You're talking about how it helped you, how it helps others, what cool things people can expect to learn, whatever it's about. That's all you're doing now because the product is already done. Okay? And some of you guys say, well, what if I don't have any reviews to share with people how it helps other people? You're the review. You are the review. This is something that you've done. You've done this, whatever the product is, whatever the niche is, it has helped you. Whether maybe it's about credit. Well, you know something about credit. And because you know about credit, it has helped your life. Your knowledge in credit has helped you with something, right? So you are the review. Maybe you lost 10 pounds and you're teaching people how to do that. Hi, Drea, thank you. You're the review. How has you losing 10 pounds changed your life? What has it done to your confidence? What has it done for your health? You're the review. Okay? You are the review. And you'll be the review all day long. Okay? Very good. Very good. Any questions on that? Any questions on that? And again, feel free to ask questions, you guys. Closed mouths don't get fed. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. Also, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit, hello, and vibrates with your soul, feel free to like the live and share the live. The more we interact, YouTube, let's get some more thumbs up in the chat. The more we interact, the more we comment, like, share, the more the live will be pushed to more people, okay? All right, very good. Very good, very good. Now, next question. Is it possible to go full-time with digital products? Absolutely. I'm full-time with digital products. This is my bread and butter. I make all of my money online. All of my money online through digital products and monetizations. Okay, I monetize on my YouTube channels and I sell digital products as well. Okay, so it's very possible. But what I want you guys to understand is it's okay if that's not your dream. You don't have to be a full-time digital product seller and content creator if you don't want to be. Nobody is telling you to quit your job if that's not what you want. You don't have to. We all have different goals. We all have different ideas of what financial freedom is. Your goal may be different from mine. Mine might be different from yours. It doesn't make one right or wrong. They're just different. But whatever your goal is, you can reach it. Maybe your goal is an extra $1,000 a month. Fine, you can do it. Maybe your goal is $10K a month. Great, you can do that too. Maybe your goal is $100K a month. Awesome, you can do that too. But nobody can tell you whose goal is right or wrong. It's about what's best for you and your family. And if you want to keep your job, you keep your job and allow this to be your play money. Allow this to be your rainy day money. Whatever you want it to be. Maybe you want it to be your vacation money. Maybe you and your husband want to take 2 vacations a year and this will cover that. Great. That's amazing. Let's get it done. Okay? All right. Very good. Very good. I hope that answers that question. Do I need to be on every platform to make money? Do I need to be on every platform to make money? No. You do not need to be on every platform. There's a lot of platforms. But you do need to be on at least 3. I teach my students, I say this every day. You will build at least 3. Why? Because 1 is too close to none. If you put all your eggs in a TikTok basket and they take it from you, what will you do? At the end of the day, you have no control over these platforms and what they do to people's accounts. So we're not even going to set ourselves up for that. Also, what I want you guys to understand is people have their preferred platform. Some people love TikTok and that's all they're on. Some people love YouTube and that's all they're on, right? So let's build a community in multiple places. And it's not hard to build 3. The same video you post on TikTok, put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube Shorts, the same video. Now you're building a community in multiple places. So do you have to be on all? No. But you will be building at least 3, if not more. At least bare minimum of 3. Okay? Very good. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Also, you guys, my mentorship is open. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to take advantage of the sale before I close it out. I took $100 off while we're live. Once the live is over, I will be taking the price back up to $497. It is $397 right now, okay? It is $397 right now. Let's go from confused to confident. Let's go from no platform to multiple platforms. Let's go from 0 posts to multiple posts. Let's go from no product to launching. Let's go from no product to launching. Let's sit down and let's map out a plan for you, your business, and your goals, your interests. And let me be there with you every single step of the way. There is no reason to do it alone. There is no reason to struggle. Let me allow you to hold yourself accountable so you can actually get things done. If you are tired of restarting every Monday and giving up by Wednesday, then let's change that. Let's change it, okay? TikTok, you guys have to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile and click on my link tree right here. Once you click on that, you'll come here and click on my link tree again, okay? And then you're gonna click on the second button that says Content Creation and Digital Products Mentorship, okay? It's a 12-week program. It's a 12-week program. Once you get there, you will see the screen, okay? My students are doing amazing things, you guys. They're doing all the things they never even thought they were capable of, okay? Let's sit down, let's have our chat. Let's talk about how we're going to transform you in your business. Let's talk about it, okay? My students are posting, they're making sales, they're launching, they're growing their audience, they're showing up, being themselves, doing the things that they love to do, the things that they never thought they could do. They're speaking life into people. They're motivating people. They're inspiring people. They're helping people, all while getting paid in the process. Scroll down to the bottom, enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Also check, I understand, agree to the terms and conditions. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, okay? And then you'll hit enroll. Once you hit enroll, give it about 30 to 45 seconds and refresh your email and come back to this live and let me know you got your email, okay? If you did not get it, that's because there was a spelling mistake up here, but no worries, I'll take care of it right here on live. Get you everything you need, okay? Very good. You'll also get access to the private WhatsApp community with me and all of my other students. I have over 200 students, okay? I want you to come ready and excited for support, motivation, inspiration, a safe space where you can ask questions and not feel judged. If you're struggling with self-doubt, it's not going to be there for long, okay? Because we're very uplifting. It's full of positive energy. And for a lot of you guys, you don't even know what positive energy feels like because you're so used to being around negative Nancy's, negative energy, people who are always talking about what they can't do and what's not going to work. Well, not here. Not in my community. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I am going to hold you accountable. And I know that can be scary because a lot of time we live our life never being held accountable. We make all of these promises to ourselves and we never commit to them. And then we wonder why we have low confidence. We have low confidence because we never keep the promises we make to ourselves. We go off of the mood and not the plan. The minute you don't feel like it, the minute you're stuck in your head, the minute you want to go outside and play, you let go of all of the promises that you made to yourself. And it gets you nowhere. And month after month goes by and you are in the same position you've been in. Let's change that today. Let's let today be the day that you do something different. Let's sit down and have our one-on-one today. Let's come up with a game plan for you. Let's create your goals and come up with a way that you're going to reach them every single week. Let's not overwhelm you. Let's come up with things that you can do where you don't feel overwhelmed, but you're still getting a lot done. And by the time you finish the program, you will have your digital product. You will be posting. You will be selling. You will be showing up, being yourself. Being yourself. And I will be giving you all of the strategies that I use to build my business to 6 figures. Let's go. I'm going to set us a timer. I'll give you guys, I think like 10 more minutes should be good. Let me set the timer for us. Do you guys have any questions for me? You guys were a little quiet this afternoon. I know people love to be silent watchers. I understand. Sometimes you're a little shy. You don't know what to say. You're just taking it all in. You're right. You're just taking it all in. You're inhaling and exhaling. You're writing things down. You're taking notes. But if there's anything that you want to ask, this is a safe space to do it. It's not it's no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone, okay? And trust me, I have been exactly where you are. I know how it feels to be scared and allowing that fear to keep you from moving, right? You've been wanting to post for a very long time. You know you have a story that can help people, but the thought of it scares the hell out of you, right? The thought of being judged, the thought of just people talking about you. Maybe you're afraid your family's going to say something, your friends, your coworkers, whatever it is that you're afraid of, it's holding you back, right? But you know what's worse? Letting day after day go by and you're not posting. I'm so glad that I stopped allowing the fear to hold me back, because if I continued down that path, I would not even be here today telling you my story, telling you how content creation has changed my whole life. And not just in my bank account, but my own personal life, okay? I have gone through a complete transformation all through content creation. And I've been able to document the journey the entire time. And that's how I built my audience, okay? That's how I was able to get to 17,000 YouTube subscribers. That's how I was able to get to over 100,000 Instagram followers, okay? It didn't start off that way. I started with 0 everywhere. The people I knew and had a following with was on Facebook, and I knew them from college, work, high school, family, right? I never was around entrepreneurs, none of that. But one thing that I knew was that I hated my job, and I hated being overworked and underpaid, and I was ready to change that. Thank you. I was ready to change that, okay? Very good. Any more questions for me? Any more questions for me? Also, you guys, when you do hit enroll, please come back and let me know you got your email. I see someone just enrolled, but I did not see I got my email confirmation. Please come back, because I want to know that you got it. Because if you did not get it, it's because you misspelled the email address, okay? So let's get it right. I don't know what your email is supposed to be. I can tell if you misspelled Gmail or Yahoo, right? But I don't know what the other half of that email is supposed to be. So please let me know you got it. Again, if you did not get it, that's because there was a spelling mistake. But no worries, I'll take care of it all right here on this live, okay? Get you right to where you need to be. Any more questions for me? It's Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend. And even though it's the holiday, we can still do something towards our business. Listen, there should not be a day that goes by where you don't do something for your business. A lot of times we like to convince ourselves that we're too busy. We don't have time. You do have time. Let me be honest with you. We may not all have the same responsibilities. That part is very true. Some people have kids, some people don't. Some people are single parents, some people aren't. I understand that. But we do all have the same 24 hours. The question becomes, what are you doing with yours? Are you Netflixing and chilling all weekend long? Are you sitting watching funny videos on Instagram and TikTok? Are you outside? It's getting warm. Are you outside at the festivals, the carnivals, and everybody's cookout? At some point, your business has to become a priority. At some point, you have to say, hey, I am going to take 30 minutes of uninterrupted time and I am going to work on my business. I'm not going to have the TV playing in the background. I'm not going to have other windows open on my laptop. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb. If someone texts me and it's not an emergency, I am not going to respond until I am done. I'm not going to lay in bed for 3 hours looking at funny reels when I'm supposed to be going to sleep. I am not going to hit snooze on my alarm 50 times before I get up. I know it's Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. I know it's the holiday, but before I go to the family cookout, I am going to record 2 videos. Oh. See, when you actually put it like that, now we have to move. Now we have to get started. Now we actually have to fulfill what we're trying to manifest. Listen, manifestation without works is dead. So many people think, oh, I just have to manifest it. So many people think, oh, I just have to pray about it. Yeah, but you also have to do it. You also have to do it. You can't just hope your way into wealth. You have to actually try. You actually have to show up, okay? You actually have to do the steps. Facts on facts. Yes, you actually have to do the steps. And if you're not doing those steps, nothing will change. You don't just wake up one day and there's money in your savings, unless you won the lottery, right? You had to work towards that. So my question for you is, tomorrow is the holiday. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm interested to know. I hope you're going to be doing something for that business. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. You guys have 5 more minutes. YouTube, let me show you guys how to get there. You guys have to go to my channel. Let me pull up my YouTube channel. You guys have to leave the live and come to my YouTube channel. Once you get to my channel, you'll click on where it says stand.store and it'll take you right to where you need to be. It's that very first link right here, okay? You have to go there. TikTok family. You guys have to click on my profile picture up at the top. Let me pull that up. Okay, once you guys come to my profile, you guys are gonna click on my link tree right here. And then you'll click down here again on my link tree. And you'll click on the second button that says Content Creation and Digital Products 12-Week Mentorship, okay? And then once you get there, you will be brought to the screen. YouTube and TikTok, you guys will be brought to the screen, okay? As you can see, I've marked it down. It's $3.97 while we're live. You guys have about 4 minutes left before the sale is over, and I'll be taking it back up to $4.97, okay? I have lots of reviews. My students are doing amazing things. They're showing up, they're walking and doing the things that they're supposed to be doing without being afraid. They're showing up with confidence. They're keeping the promises that they make to themselves, okay? They're launching the products. They're posting the content. They're building the audience. They're making the sales. One of my students, she did 11K last month in April. One of her goals was to be able to take her son out of daycare. She wanted to be able to watch her son all day, and now she's finally doing that. One of my students, she's 57 years old, and one of her goals is to be able to spend more time with her grandkids. Okay, she's doing that. She did 1K in 3 weeks with her digital product, and she thought she was too old. She proved herself wrong. She proved herself wrong. My students are going live and they're making sales on live. One of my students, she launched her digital product and she made 2 sales in 24 hours. Another one of my students, she made 19 sales in 24 hours, all from her digital products. Lots of reviews, lots of amazing reviews. I have over 200 students. When you get to the bottom, enter your name and quadruple check your email address. What you put in is where it's going. What you put in is where it's going. So please quadruple check that. Check the box, I agree to terms and conditions. And then you can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, okay? And then you'll hit enroll. You'll hit enroll. Once you hit enroll, give it about 30 to 45 seconds, refresh your email, and then come back to this live and let me know you received your email, okay? Very good. Very good. And now you're gonna get a total of 3 emails, but that one email that has a long list of links, please like archive that somewhere. That's the links to all of our live coaching calls, okay? So at the day and time of the call, you just click on it and it'll take you right to where you need to be. Also on that email is the link to the WhatsApp community with me and all of my other students, okay? So you'll click on that link and it'll take you right to the group, okay? And you'll also be hearing from me throughout the week too, not just on the week calls. No. I'm checking in. And I expect you asking me questions, asking for feedback. Okay? Very good. Let's stop being confused. Let's stop being confused. Let's end the struggle for real this time. Okay? Thank you, Christina. Let's end the struggle for real this time. You've been starting, stopping. Stopping, starting. Monday. Let's make it real this time. How about we start and don't stop? How about we keep going? Even when it gets hard, even when you feel like you can't do it, even when that fear starts to creep back in, even when you start to feel like you're not good enough or no one's gonna watch, let's just keep going this time. Let's let this be the last time we start. How about that? Any more questions for me? Let's see, we have 2 more minutes left. I hope you guys took notes. Also, y'all, make sure you follow me if you have not already. I do not do crypto. I don't do Bitcoin. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all. I only teach people how to create and make money through content, through their digital products, and through these platforms, okay? No Bitcoin, no crypto over here. And on this side of TikTok, I'm going to hold you accountable. On this side of YouTube, I'm going to hold you accountable. If you tell me you're going to do something, then I expect you to do it. That's the only way it's going to get done. Okay? Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed you guys. I hope y'all have an amazing, I was going to say 4th. I hope you guys have an amazing Memorial Day. I will see you guys later. Bye, YouTube.